राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी।
जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी।
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 यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन।
यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यशोदनंदन व्रज जनरंजन।
यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
यमुना तेरा वनचारी।
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
जय राधा माधव पंजाबी।
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की
की
जय।
जय।
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनश्लाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे
तन्मनोभीष्टं
स्थापितं येन
स्थापितमेन
भूतले
भूतले
स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं
भूतस्त्वमादितं
ददाति स्वपदान्तिकां।
वन्दे
वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं
कमलं
श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च
वैष्णवांश्च
श्रीरूपां साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं
रघुनाथान्वितं
सजीवम्
सजीवं
साद्वैतैतं सावधूतं
साद्वैतं
परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
देवं
श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान्
कृष्णपादान्
सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च
श्रीविशाखान्वितां च
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले
भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
वेदांत
स्वामिनिते
स्वामिने
नामिने
नामिने
नमस्ते
नमस्ते
सरस्वती
सरस्वती
देवे
देवी
गौरवाणी
गौरवाणी
प्रचारिणे
प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
देशतारिणे
नमो महावदन्याय
बदनाय
कृष्ण
कृष्ण प्रेम
प्रेष्ठदाय
सुदाय ते
कृष्णाय कृष्ण
कृष्णाय कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
नामने
नामने
गौरतिसे नमः।
गौरतिसे नमः।
हे
हे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
करुणा
कृष्ण
सिंधु
करुणा
दीनबंधु
दीनबन्धु
जगतपते
जगत्पते
गोपेश
गोपेश
गोपिका कांता
कान्त
राधा कांता
राधाकान्त
नमस्तुते
नमस्तुते
तप्त कांचन
काञ्चन
गौरांगी श्री
गौराङ्गी
राधे
राधे
वृंदावनेश्वरी
वृन्दावनेश्वरी
वृषभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय
हरि
नीलाचल निवासाय विष्टाय
नीलाचलनिवासाय
परमात्मा
परमात्मने
बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां
सुभद्राभां
जगन्नाथाय ते नमः।
जगन्नाथाय ते नमः।
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
नमो नमो
जय श्री कृष्ण
कृष्ण
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
प्रभु
प्रभु
नित्यानंद
नित्यानन्द
श्री
श्री
अद्वैत गदाधर
अद्वैत
शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
शिवासादि
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण
हरे हरे
हरे हरे
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
हरे
हरे
राम
राम
राम राम
राम राम हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna.
हरे
So
कृष्ण
we're reading today from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, text 63 is the end of this chapter. Last three verses will read. Chaitanya Chandrera Lila Agadha Gambhir
चैतन्य
चैतन्य चंद्र
चंद्र
लीला
लीला
अगाध
अगाध गंभीर
गंभीर
प्रवेश करिते नारी स्पर्शी रहती
प्रवेश
प्रवेश
करिते
करिते
नारी
नारी
स्पर्शी
स्पर्श
रहिति
रहित
चैतन्य चंद्रेर लीला अगाध गंभीर
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
चंद्र लीला
लीला
अगाध गंभीर
प्रवेश करिते नारी स्पर्शी रहती
प्रवेश
प्रवेश
करिते
करिते
नारी
नारी
स्पर्शी
स्पर्श
रहिति
रहित
One Prabhuji and one Madhya, you can recite.
चैतन्य चंद्र लीला अगाध गंभीर
चैतन्य
चैतन्य चंद्रेर
चंद्र
लीला
लीला
अगाध
अगाध गंभीर
गंभीर
प्रवेश करिते नारी स्पर्शी रहिति
प्रवेश
प्रवेश
करिते नारी
करिते नारी स्पर्शी
स्पर्श
रहती
रहित
Any Madhya would like to say?
चैतन्य चंद्रेर लीला अगाध गंभीर
चैतन्य
चैतन्य चंद्रेर लीला
चंद्र लीला
अगाध
अगाध
गंभीर
गंभीर
प्रवेश करिते नारी स्पर्शी रहितीर
प्रवेश
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 करिते
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 नारी
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 स्पर्शी
स्पर्श
स्पर्शी
रहती
रहित
रहिति
This doesn't have purport, so we'll read the word meaning and the translation. Word meaning. Chaitanya Chandrera Lila, the pastime of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Agadha, unfathomable. Gambhira, deep. Pravesha Karite, to enter into. Nari, I am unable. Sparshi, I touch. Rahiti, standing on the bank. The pastime of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are just like an unfathomable ocean. It is not possible for me to enter into it. Simply standing on the shore, I am but touching the water. So here again also, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's humility is being exhibited. So though he has elaborately explained the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after sannyas, but still he feels that he has not described it. He just touched it. He has not described it fully because those pastimes are unlimited, and to explain them fully is not possible. So you can see Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's humility here in this verse. And Mahaprabhu's pastimes are like in each of the pastimes is so deep, like the Rath Yatra pastime. I'm discussing previously that how during the Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu is singing a song which appears like some duet song. Some lover is singing for his beloved, and nobody could understand that song. Only Sarup Damodar Goswami could understand that. Sarup Damodar Goswami could understand that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu now is completely in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and praying to Jagannath, that who is Krishna, that let us go to Vrindavan where we are alone in the banks of Yamuna. So Mahaprabhu's pastimes are very, very deep because Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Srimati Radharani, who has the deepest love for Krishna. So each of the pastimes uh, can be explained. Like each of the pastimes has deep, significant lessons, both philosophical, tattva-wise, and both rasa, mellow. So it's very difficult to explain. But Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining them for the benefit of all of us, and still is expressing his humility. I'll also read the next two verses. Chaitanya Charita Shraddha Shune Jai Jan
चैतन्य चरित श्रद्धाय सुने जय जान
Jate ka vichare tato paya prema dhan.
जते को
जते
विचारे
विचारे
ततो
तते
पाय
पाए
प्रेम
प्रेम
धन.
धन.
The more one hears the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with faith, analytically studying them, the more one attains the ecstatic riches of love of Godhead. So, to the degree one hears them with faith and carefully analyzes them by studying the purport of the acharyas, then one attains the ecstatic riches of love of Godhead. One attains the faith how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Lord Himself, has come in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and He is teaching us how to perform devotional service in the mood of the gopis. Gopi Bhartur Padakamaleo Das 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 Anudas. So one follows in this mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the parampara, then he attains this ecstatic riches of love of Godhead, which was not bestowed in millions of yugas, anarpita charin chirag, but Mahaprabhu bestowing that, and one who with faith studies them, takes lessons from them, and uh, deeply relishes them, then he then he gets this by the mercy of Mahaprabhu and the acharyas of our parampara, one receives this ecstatic love of Godhead. And this is the last verse of this chapter. And every chapter, this is a mood of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving his gratitude to Srila Rupa and Raghunath. Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jarash
श्री रूप रघुनाथ
रघुनाथ
पदे
पद
जरास.
जरास.
Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadas.
चैतन्य
चैतन्य
चरित्रामृत
चरितामृत
कहे
कहे
कृष्णदास.
कृष्णदास.
Praying at the feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishnadas narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. As usual, and the author concludes the chapter by reciting the names of Sri Rupa and Raghunatha and reinstating himself at their lotus feet. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 9th chapter, describing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travels to many holy places in South India. This is very significant, to be always grateful and praying for the shelter of the previous Acharya. Because that empowers one to perform devotional service. We see that in Srila Prabhupada's life also. Srila Prabhupada never took the credit of building ISKCON. So, though ISKCON had become so huge, like by the time Srila Prabhupada was at 1977, almost 108 temples were opened and almost 10,000 disciples. But Prabhupada was always giving the credit to his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So that is the key to success in spiritual life. That is the key to progress in spiritual life, to be consider oneself as humble servant of the parampara of the previous acharyas. And actually, by their mercy, one can excel more than the previous acharya. Like somebody asked Srila Prabhupada that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was such a great acharya. He could have preached all over the world. But Prabhupada said, he has left that work for me. So one considers that one is a humble servant of the previous acharyas. That is why one serves in this mood, that I'm the servant of the previous acharya. I'm just trying to follow them, just to fulfill their order. That was the whole mood of Srila Prabhupada throughout his life. Srila Prabhupada received the instruction from his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, at the age of 1922, at the year 1922. And the rest of his life, he was is following that order only. He got the reconfirmation in 1936, just about few weeks before Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's departure. Srila Prabhupada wrote to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur that Srila Guru Maharaj, your sannyasi disciples and the brahmacharis are doing so much for your mission, but I am a householder having children and wife. So how can I serve you? How can I assist you in your mission? So then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur reconfirmed the first instruction that he gave. You're a learned man in English, so you preach this message of Lord Chaitanya in the English language. That will do good to you, and that will do good to the whole humanity. And Srila Prabhupada's life was fully serving this instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So this is the mood of all our acharyas, that fulfilling their order, fulfilling their instruction, and that gives the empowerment. We may do many things, but when we try to follow the instruction, try to become their humble, obedient servant, then Krishna becomes very pleased, and then Krishna empowers the devotee beyond his limit. Srila Prabhupada, how he was so empowered, because he was so much putting effort to fulfill that instruction. So much defeat he has to face, so much struggle he had to make, almost like 40 years, a lifetime in preparation. But he had faith. He had faith in the instruction of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And with that faith, he went to America and established this movement. And from the beginning only, he followed the instruction given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Actually, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he was when he established Gaudiya Math, he told the leaders to form a committee called the Governing Body Commissioner, and that governing body should decide the activities and the decisions of the movement. But actually, after Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's departure, the devotees were quarreling among themselves about who will become the next acharya. And because of that, there were faction in the movement, and the whole preaching collapsed, and the preaching became dwindled. So that is why Srila Prabhupada, beginning after just establishing ISKCON, within a few years, he established the Governing Body Commission, whereas he decided 11 members to run the whole society. And this GBC body is still continuing and taking ISKCON to great heights. So this year is the 60th anniversary of ISKCON, ISKCON's incorporation. So we can remember Srila Prabhupada's great faith in the instruction of his spiritual master, and following his order and trying to fulfill them. So in our life also, we can become greatly empowered when we try to follow the instruction given by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has given so many instructions. Just like we see Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, he has given so many instructions that every day Maharaj after getting up from his bed, the first thing he does is sees all the instructions that are given by Srila Prabhupada, meditating on them. So, and we can assist all these great disciples of Srila Prabhupada in their mission. And by that, our lives will become perfect. By doing that, that is actually the success of spiritual life. To be a humble, menial servant of our spiritual master and the previous acharya. Our spiritual master are the servant of the previous acharya, and the acharyas are servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, being in the mood of servant, when you practice spiritual life, then success is guaranteed, because that is our actual position. That is our actual position, to be humble servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Supreme Lord Krishna. And when we practice spiritual life in that mood in this world, then we attain that stage where we are eligible to enter into Goloka Vrindavan. So in our life also, we should try to meditate the instruction that we have received from our superiors in the parampara, and trying to fulfill that. That will give us all success in our Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So let us also pray for the good health of Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Maharaj has been in critical condition in last 1 month, because of which he could not come in the Rath Yatra. Actually, every year he comes Rath Yatra and he gives classes, and most important, most interesting is his question answer. Such powerful answers he gave. So that was very enchanting, enlivening experience that we used to have. But somehow, unfortunately, we are not having his this association. But we are praying that may in future we get again his association. So let us pray for Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj good health by chanting one time Hare Krishna Maha. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram.
Hare Hare.
Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
श्री चैतन्य चैतामृत की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त विंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. Okay, any questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much. And today and tomorrow are the last day of Pandal. So if you have not visited, please kindly visit.